How can we create authority via content, and how can we create a content that's not just creating authority but also bringing profit while creating content? What is it? They are making content that is not helping their audience to visualize the solutions benefit. For example, if you are solving relationship problems, your content should help them visualize that how their present life is and how their life will become if they come to you. That if their content is not doing right now, that is not a profit-centric content. The content is too much unnecessary information overload. So some of you know that value addition is a must. You should create value driven content in order to create that authority. As a result, what you do, you overload information to your audience. What they do in return, they simply ignore. Why? Because first of all, they don't need that much information right now, and secondly, they don't have the energy or the enthusiasm to take that much of information right at the moment. So your content at different levels, at different mediums, and at different stages of your audience's capacity should be different, and we will further be talking about it in the webinar itself, and then the detail of course will be taken care of in the MLP program itself. Now moving on to the next mistake, you are focusing too much on short-term engagement. Short-term engagement means that you said, follow me for this, like this post for this. If you want to get this, like this post, comment. Like, it's a very short-term thing. Instead, what you can do, you can actually ask them to give you their emails in exchange of something that you have built, some kind of cheat sheet, some kind of personality quiz, some kind of PDF, resource, guidebook, anything that is helping you take their data, which is having a long-term. You can now maintain a long-term relationship, even if today your social media account gets hacked, right? The next problem that I can see when we hop on these consultations with our clients is that they don't know much about, they don't know how much to give for free and then how much to keep in their paid programs. That is also a very big concern of people who are coming to us, right? So we are going to cover that as well. So let's start with the solutions. If the solution that I'm going to tell you next is done correctly, then your confused audience should become the audience with clarity. So you usually will have either audience 1, people of first category, or people of second category. People of first category are the confused audience who's confused because of your content leading to low conversion. Second kind of audience, they are very clear with your content. They know what you offer, they know what results you bring in, and they exactly know if they go for you, what is it that they are getting them into, which results in high conversion, right? So now we are going to talk about creating profit-centric content. As I told you earlier, the authority is created via type of content which drives right kind of attention. So the goal here is to create more of profit-centric content. What is the formula to create profit-centric content? Content that helps them visualize widening of a gap between their undesirable present and desirable future. So if you see the diagram, you can see the man standing in the left-hand side of the valley, which is the undesirable present, and there is a gap in between, which is where you come under. Your solution, your offerings, your product is where it comes, and then in the right hand side is the desirable future. So the ideal kind of content that you should be making is the kind of content that helps them realize that pain, that oh my god, I literally have a gap between the kind of the kind of result I want and the kind of result or kind of future or kind of whatever it is I have, right? So that is the formula. Now there are 2 categories of gap widening content. The first one is the what and the why. So basically you will give them some kind of answer to the question which covers the what part of the question and the why. For example, here's what you are doing wrong and why you are not seeing result. So let's suppose if you are a relationship coach again, so you can write here's what you are doing wrong in your relationship and why you are not seeing a healthy relationship forming with your spouse, right? So that is the what and the why. The next kind of gap widening content can be objection handling one. So what are the objections that they might have while making that buying decision? So usual kind of objections are that I don't trust you, I don't have money, I don't have time. So if your content is somehow indirectly answering to these questions, so then it's also a profit-centric content, because you are handling the objections that might occur during the time of conversion or closing the deal. You are handling it right in the very beginning of the stage. So after that, whoever passes through that funnel, they are more likely to convert, they are more likely to trust you with your offerings, right? So moving on, now coming to the concern that a lot of you guys have, that how much should be given for free and how much should be given for paid content. So here's a short small trick that we follow for our clients. So for any solution, for any problem, you have three parts: the what part of the problem, the why, and the how, right? So in the free content, always provide them the what and the why. You tell them what is happening, you tell them what is the reason why it is happening, the reason behind it happening. Now, how to solve that problem is your paid program or paid course or paid product, right? So that is where you can distinguish between your free content.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.